and welcome to Troy University's Student Government Association Officer Candidate Debate televised on TrojanVision. I'm Paige Weeks. The Troy campus SGA officer election is coming up Wednesday, February 28th. And during this program, you'll get a chance to meet and hear from candidates running for SGA President, Vice President for Legislative Affairs, Vice President for Campus Activities, Director of Representation, and Director of Administration. Some of the questions we'll pose to the candidates were submitted by students, and others were developed by members of the SGA and members of Troy's student involvement staff. In the first segment of the debate, candidates for Directors of Representation and Administration and the two Vice President positions will each have 1 minute to introduce themselves, and will have 1 minute to respond to each of 2 questions. The order in which candidates for each office will speak and answer questions was determined by random chance before our telecast. Now let's meet the candidates for SGA Director of Administration. Abby Hamilton is a sophomore biomedical sciences major from Fairhope, and Sydney St. John is a sophomore nursing major from Leeds. Abby Hamilton, you have 1 minute to introduce yourself.
Hi all, I am Abby Hamilton. I am a sophomore biomedical major from Fairhope, Alabama, and this year my campaign slogan kind of is a leader and a friend to all, and I really think that really encompasses what I want to do in SGA. I want to be someone anyone can come up to and ask a question and feel comfortable and accepted, and that I can help with whatever they need to and hopefully solve any issues that they have. Thank you.
Thank you, Abby. And Sydney St. John, you have 1 minute to introduce yourself.
Hi everybody, I'm Sydney St. John and I'm running for Director of Administration. I'm currently serving my second year in SGA as co-chair of the Student Welfare Committee. This year my slogan is accessible, open, and honest. I really want students to be able to feel like they can come to SGA with any issues they have, and that we take in consideration all of the opinions of the entire student body when making decisions. I plan on doing this by encouraging more international students to vote so that people that they believe accurately represent them are on Senate. I also hope to be very diligent in choosing, not choosing, but finding different opinions about the decisions that we are making. Thank you.
Thank you, Sydney. Now I have questions that each of you will answer, and you'll answer the question in the reverse of the order in which you introduced yourselves, starting with you, Sydney St. John. In terms of how SGA currently works, how would you improve the communication both among members and with the student body?
Well, currently we do minutes for every single SGA meeting, and that's something that Director of Administration is in charge of, and I plan on doing a simplified version of that to send out to the student body so that they understand what we're doing in our meetings and that they know that we're making decisions that accurately represent what they are looking for.
Thank you, Sydney. Now, Abby, in terms of how SGA currently works, how would you improve the communication both among members and with the student body?
So similar to like Sydney said, we do have minutes every week for our meetings, and that is the Director of Administrator's job. And I would like to utilize all aspects of social media like Instagram, Facebook, and we even have an SGA website that I don't think many people know about, that I would like the minutes to be posted so that the students can come to the meetings and make their voices heard, and make sure that if there's anything on docket or that we're talking about, that they can come and make sure that they're fully informed so that they can tell senators their opinions on how to vote, so that we really do truly represent the student body as SGA. Thank you.
Thank you, Abby Hamilton. Before we began, each candidate drew a sealed envelope at random containing a question pertinent to the office for which he or she is a candidate. Now we'll hear those questions and have the candidates' responses. The first one is for you, Abby. Okay. What do you see as the most important responsibility of the SGA Director of Administration, and how will you carry out that responsibility?
Thank you. So as Director of Administration, you're basically a secretary sort of, and also like the face of SGA. So you have to be able to communicate with the students, the SGA, the administrators and everyone, but you also have to be a person that they can come and talk to for issues and stuff. And then you also have to be able to communicate to the student body what the SGA is going to be doing and create the minutes, but also while being effective with your time and making sure everyone else's things are being done correctly and just making sure everything is running smoothly in SGA. Thank you.
Thank you, Abby. And now Sydney St. John, your question is, what experience do you bring to the table that will help you be a good Director of Administration?
Thank you. Like I said earlier, this is currently my second year in SGA, where now I'm serving as co-chair of the Student Welfare Committee. And my freshman year, I was a member of Freshman Forum. I'm also very involved in Greek life as well as Trojanettes. I believe that even the experience I've learned from this campaign will really help me work with other people, and it's really helped me grow with communication. I think that's a very important part of Director of Administration. Thank you.
Thank you, Abby Hamilton and Sydney St. John, your candidates for SGA Director of Administration.